I'm so excited. It's almost that time that we all anticipate, and that's tailgate season this fall. Joining me is John Lee, who is the Director of Landscape Services, and I'm kind of crashing your tailgate if you don't mind, but even you enjoy a good tailgate, right?
You're exactly right. I do not mind. Love to have you.
We just want to make sure we're doing it responsibly, though, to protect OSU's beautiful campus, right?
That's exactly right. And I have some great information to share with everyone on how we can all work together as a team to do that.
Okay, so, I mean, we know what all goes into tailgates, and it's getting more and more elaborate, it seems. Tell us a little bit about just choosing the right location, first of all.
Well, we have a tailgate map. So the first suggestion to everyone and all of our fans and visitors is to check out that map and make sure you're in a location that is approved for tailgating.
Okay.
And once you've dialed in your spot, you're able to set that tailgate up the day before a game, which would be a Friday at noon.
Okay.
And should we have a game on a Thursday night, it would fall the day before at noon.
Okay.
So location's a big deal. Depending on how big of a tailgate you're planning to have, over 625 square feet, you need to register it.
Okay, all right. Well, most of us are probably just popping up a tent or something like that and then kind of doing our tailgate. But I do know there are signs on campus sometimes saying, do not tailgate here or not in this grass area. Can you tell us a little bit about that signage?
Sure, you're exactly right. We've tried to protect areas that would not actually tolerate tailgating. The site conditions are specific. So
Okay.
we may have a special ground cover that couldn't withstand the compaction and all the foot traffic. We may have a certain planting or irrigation that is in a different location. So the signs are there for a reason, and it's not meant to be discouraging. It's just meant to say, look, this area really does not support that type of activity. We love to have people on campus, and our landscape is where tailgate lives.
Yeah, and obviously sometimes we don't like Bermuda grass on this show, but it's resilient, right? Versus fescue.
Yes, thank you. Bermuda grass is an excellent turf for supporting tailgate. Comparative to our fescue, the more cool season shade loving grass does not withstand the heavy foot traffic and compaction that Bermuda can. However, we get ahead of the game, so we plan to have you on campus.
Okay.
We plan for this time of year and this season.
It's no surprise we're coming.
It's no surprise, and by the thousands.
Yeah.
And so because tailgate does live on campus, and we encourage all of the visitors that we actually plan ahead by fertilizing, getting a very healthy turf grass to support you. And we follow up. After tailgate season, we have a recovery effort where we will come back and aerate to decompact all the compaction that's taken place with foot traffic, and we oversee it in the fescue areas.
Okay. Well, you guys are an award-winning campus and also a Tree Campus USA, I believe is the title. But you put a lot of effort into your protecting your trees as well.
We absolutely do. We are actually an accredited arboretum too.
Okay.
Yeah, so even more exciting.
Yes.
So yes, we do. We put in a lot of effort for our tree protection and growing our campus forest. Tailgating is a big event, and so one of the most prominent areas to tailgate is under the shade of the canopy of a tree.
It's hot out here.
It's hot out here, even in September. So what we want to do is make sure we're always thinking of that canopy and protecting it. That starts with placing your tent. We really discourage any staking, and we have underground irrigation and utilities that can be compromised. And you're in a root zone of a tree too to consider. There's options to staking. There's ways to ballast it, whether it be a jug of water, a sandbag, a zip tie, or taping something to the posts of your tent to help anchor that in Oklahoma winds. However, the most detrimental part of tailgating to our campus trees is the grilling.
Oh.
So the heat, the exposure, the refueling of generators, the refueling of charcoal, things like that, we really want you to be cautious on where you're doing that. Never grill next to the trunk of a tree. Never grill under a canopy of a tree where that heat can rise and scald underlying branches. We do have campus damage from grilling under trees, so we really discourage you to grill under the canopy of any tree.
Okay.
However, we want you to enjoy the shade of the tree. So placing your tent in specific areas that could support that compaction, Bermuda grass, full sun, that's why we have the tent canopies, are helpful. But we do allow tailgating under trees on campus, but We do not allow any grilling under trees.
Okay, so put your lawn chairs under the tree, not
There
your
you
grill.
go. And please do not put a generator next to a tree. Even the heat from the exhaust of a generator could damage the outer trunk of the tree.
Okay.
Please don't fuel under trees. Any spilled fueling of generators or charcoal lighting or anything like that under our trees. So just be cautious of what activity you're doing under our trees while you're enjoying this
And
space.
I know some people leave their tailgate out while they might go into the game and might chain things up. I assume don't chain anything to a tree
Yes, thank you.
right?
Very, very important. We basically don't want you to scar a tree. So carving, putting something on a tree, nailing, taping, adhering anything to a tree, chaining something around a tree, we discourage all those activities. We're really trying to protect this tree.
Okay.
And we want you to have that shade and that coverage. So we appreciate all the support, and we have the best fans.
Yeah.
And they do a great job.
Yeah.
So, but we always have growing our fan base and new folks joining us. So it's always great to have that updated information.
Well, obviously everybody enjoys tailgating and hopefully the game turns out well. But what about when we shut things down and close out the tailgate, trash and that sort of stuff?
Clean up. So we love to have you. Please pick up after yourself. We have a giant team that comes in following the game on the following day and cleans campus. We want campus to be beautiful. And so please help us pick up. The most important thing you can bring to your tailgate, outside of maybe some sunscreen, is a trash bag. Okay. So please clean up after yourself. If we win, extra clean up after yourself because there's a lot of celebrating that goes on.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
this
you.
information with us. And can we enjoy your tailgate a little bit?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.